All over the world, there are different cultures, hundreds of them. And in each of these cultures, there's different traditions, values, beliefs, and music. This makes traveling very interesting because each time you go to a new place, you can experience a new culture. One culture, the Hispanic and Latino culture, celebrate the quinceañera. The quinceañera is a celebration of the girls coming to age. The word quinceañera comes from two words, one being quince, which means 15, and one being años, which means years. So it's a celebration of 15 years. Some history about it is that it is originally believed to come from the Aztecs. And back then, 15 would be the ideal age to start having children. So while the men were out teaching their sons to hunt and provide for the family, the women were out teaching their daughters how to become mothers and how to handle those responsibilities. So at 15, that's when puberty was supposed to end back then, so it's the ideal age. The quinceañera is a really religious and social celebration. It starts out in a church, and at the church, the girl is typically wearing flats, signaling that she is still a child. Once the church service is over, they will move to the celebration, and this is when the father will place heels on his daughter's feet. When he places the heels on her feet, this represents the coming into adulthood, representing her childhood being over. Another thing that is typically done after this is a father-daughter dance. The mom will typically escort the daughter out to the dance floor, and the daughter and the dad will waltz. With a social ceremony. It emphasizes the importance of family and the culture. The girl will typically wear a ball gown, a full-length ball gown. They can range from being just over the top, big, sparkly, really fancy dresses to more simple, but they are still full length in a ball gown. There is a waltz dance, one of the things that is done there. Another thing that's done is the girl will give a doll to her younger sibling. This represents her giving up her childhood. The last thing that is done, tradition-wise, at a quinceañera is that the girl will have heels put on her feet to represent her going into womanhood. The celebration will typically start out at a church, and at the church they will give thanks for the girl who is going into adulthood. That concludes my presentation on the quinceañera. Each culture has very important things to them. In this culture, it would be the quinceañera. And it actually sounds like a very fun and social event.